I have hit the start stream button. This is when I realized that I forgot something really important. I don't know what that is yet, but I'm sure I've forgotten something now that I've hit start streaming. Quick question, do you think pen ratio will increase in value with the reduction of sheer damage because the devs might buff enemies' defense to make each one more appealing? I mean, I can tell you right now that because of how the defense shield works on the new enemy, pen isn't really good. But at the same time, pen is completely worthless for sheer, like, agents. So if we have more of them, pen is also worse at the same time. So it's like... shrug. Like, for most characters in the game right now, for every character in the game right now, pen is incredible. It's gonna be great for the boss shield, because the way the boss shield works, right? By default, the enemy has 100% of their defense. Let's look at it like that. If they increase their defense by 40%, they're at 140. If you use Nicole to reduce it by 40, you're not taking the whole defense minus 40%, you're just putting it back to 100%. Pen ratio doesn't do that. Pen ratio just fucking takes the full number. It's a bit hard to say and not show, but basically pen very good for shield, def down kinda whatever. So yeah, pen's great. But yeah, at the same time, sheer force doesn't give a shit about defense, so for the new characters it won't do absolutely fucking anything. So it's a bit of both. Does that mean that 100% def down means you're only reducing their defense by a flat? No, that's not how it works. Hold on, let me see if I can show this. Let me open MS Paint. Let me see if I can illustrate this. Okay, let me get my stylus. So, okay, this is the enemy. Who should I draw? I don't know. Well, this is the enemy right here, right? We got Thanatos. It's a random fucking example, right? So this is Thanatos. This is our enemy. And now Thanatos... Wait, that's visible on the screen, right? That's not too far right? Okay, that's fine. And Thanatos, by default, without any, like, effect, will have 100% of his defense. Let's just show it as, like, a bar, right? Rectangle. Like, this is his defense. That's 100% defense. Okay. Give me my fucking tool. I hate paint. Okay. So by default, it's this much defense, right? Before we do anything, so yes, I draw fast. Let me go back to black. If Thanatos were to have like a special shield, right? That's like 20% defense. So let's go here. He gives himself plus 20% defense on like a shield, right? So about this much. His new defense is 120% of his base defense. That might be too far right. I'll move it. Hold on. Are you following so far? If Thanatos has a 20% defense buff, his new defense is 120% of base. Does that make sense this far? Now, because of how... This is in percent, mind you. Not 120 defense, 120%. So now, if we're to use Nicole... I don't know, just draw Nicole real quick. I'm not even trying. So now if we use Nicole's DEF Shred, which is 40%, what's going to happen is we will take 40% away. That's way too light. We will take 40% away from 120, which will put us back at 80%. Because the way the game calculates the defense shield, it's like def up. The way Nicole works is def down. These are the same kind of buff category or debuff category, so they're going to be scaling additively. So we've only gone down to 80%. Now pen ratio instead... I'll draw Rena this time, I guess. Hold on. What does Rena look like? With like the dress? There we go, that's Rena. Oh, and the Bangbu. On Estella and Drusilla. So with Rena instead, pen ratio is a completely separate multiplier. It's not going to, if you have, let's say, it's like 39 point something. Because it's separate from def up and def down, it's going to take the entire 120% and, hold on, multiply it by the the 70%. Right? Which gives you, how much is that? I don't even know. Hold on, I gotta math this out myself. We'll leave you at 84%. If we had 40% pen instead for the comparison, I think that's much better. Then our new value is going to be 72%. So 40% defense down will get it to 80, but 40% pen will get it to 72. For better comparison. So in the context of these like defense shields that the new enemies have, pen will be slightly better than defense down. I hope that made sense. In one line, what's the difference between pen and DEF Shred? They do the same thing, but they're in different parts of the calculation. They both just either ignore or reduce defense, which is the same end result, but they are calculated in different ways. The game first is going to look at def up, def down, and then it's going to look at pen ratio. But their actual effect is the same. Def shred pen ratio ignores? Not exactly, Ethan, because there's also def ignore, but that counts as def down. It's a bit weird. Let me reset the canvas. Yeah, I was going to talk about defense shred. So this game has like two ways that it looks like defense. You have the actual defense, right? Oh, that is a tiny, whatever. Defense. And then there is defense down. Where are you? This is a simplified version, because the code has some other shit, but simplified, there's def down, which is basically def shred. Actually, let me just write shred. It would be shred and ignore def. Ignore. Shred and ignore are both sources of def down. On the other hand, pen, normal or percent, same thing. This is 2%. Or just pen in general. Will be flat pen and pen ratio. Sometimes it's inconsistent. For some, I think Miyabi says like def ignore, but it's pen. But I think Hugo Sig also has def ignore, but that is also def down. So it's a bit complicated because of the game's inconsistent wording. So let's draw another enemy. What boss should I draw? Give me an enemy. I'll draw him real quick. Hati? Hati's the dog, right? So yeah, Hati's like the dog. With like the orb, right? Yep. So we got the dog. There's no line depth for this stuff. This sucks. Now, let's just say by default, he will have his base defense at 100%. And let's say we are playing Yanagi. Just draw Yanagi, I guess. Oh yeah, I need pink. So we're playing Yanagi. We're playing Yanagi, we're playing Nicole. And we're playing Rina. Rina's hair, I forgot what it looks like. Oh, she has like the little like maid thing at the top, right? So this is the team that we are playing. We're running both defense down and pen. Right. So we start with the 100%. Now, I believe Nicole will apply first. So we get minus 40%. Also, I should note you can't go below 0% defense. Like 100% pen, 100% def down, that's the max. You can't go higher than that. So you can't go below 0. So we do minus 40%. We will end up with... make it green, actually. With 60% of the original defense. The best art I've ever seen, dude. I'm cooking. Anyway, so with just Nicole before Rina. Oh wait, fuck. Yanagi has some other stuff too. Hold on. How much pen does Yanagi get on stance? Whoa, how much is it? 10%. Thank you guys. Let's just say Rina is 39 for simplicity's sake. So we'll be at 49. 10% pen from Yanagi, and we're getting, let's say, 39 for simplicity's sake from Rina, which is 49% pen ratio. Now let me move these up to the side because I'm using a bit too much space here. Previously obtained 60% total defense, and to this we have to apply the 49%, not 49%, 51%. Yeah, we're penetrating 49% of this. So the result of that would be 51% of the original number, right? And that... unless I'm fucking up the math, I think that's how it works. I might be fucking the math here. But the explanation is right, I swear! Why 51? If we're ignoring 49%, the remaining is 51%. There's a better way to show it, but I'm not a math teacher. I forgot how they do it. But this is one way, right? If we're ignoring 49, the remainder is 51. Anyway, that will leave you at 30%. I just calculated. So, instead of it being minus 40%, minus 49%, because that is not how it works, because pen is multiplicative at the end of the def calculation, we instead end up with 30% as opposed to, how much? 11? My brain can't math numbers that small. 60 minus 49? Yeah, 11. We don't get 11%, we get 30%. That's why when people say, oh, stacking defense shred with pen isn't very good, it's not that it's like inherently bad, it's just that you're not getting the full effect, because it's multiplicative. So this happens first. This happens second. Which leaves you with this. Oh, yeah, also the flat pen, but flat pen is literally just defense. Like, this is pen ratio. I mean, pen itself, the one you see in subsets, is literally just the flat number of defense being, like, ignored. Which is always the same. Yes, exactly that. Pen ratio ignores the reduced defense and not the base defense, which is why it is diminishing returns. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't, like, that doesn't mean it's instantly bad. This is one of the best fucking Yanagi teams, and it's running defense down in pen. Anyway. Moderately sidetracked, what was I doing? I think I was getting discs. Flat pen just sucks? No, it doesn't suck. It's okay. It's just, like, you're ignoring a small amount of defense. It's not incredible, it's not bad. It's better than, like... I think it's better than flat attack. This is upset, it's fine. Will this be in the test tomorrow? No. But you should remember it anyway, it's good information. It's useful information. Yeah, this ain't it. I will absorb everyone's bad luck? Yeah, so real. Oh, I killed. Never mind. Yeah, that was pretty chill. Okay. Never mind. How's your Hugo video coming along? I made it and it sucked. So 2 steps are done. I just gotta make it again. It'll probably come out in 2.0. In classic R2 fashion, it will be late, but I think that just adds to the appeal. If you ask me, I think it will just add to the appeal.